Hey YouTube, Nerdy KG coming at y'all with the deck profile of my Marincess deck that I took to locals Sunday. I went 2-1. It's not a perfect build, but it's still a work in progress. I'll gladly take any hints and advice in the comments. But as of right now, this is what I'm playing. Let's get into the profile. First off, I'm playing 3 Marincess Seahorse. What she does is she's basically a Crusadia monster. She can special summon herself to a zone that our link monster points to. And also, if she's in the graveyard, you can banish her. But on a different turn, you send her to the graveyard. You can banish her from the graveyard to special summon a water from your hand. It's kind of an extender / starter. And if I had 3, I would play 3 of her. But right now I'm playing 2 Marincess Blue Tang. What she does is when she's normal summon or special summon, you send a Marincess monster from your deck to the graveyard. And then when she's used for a material of a link summon, you excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Marincess card. You want to hopefully see either Seahorse or Blue Tang or the trap card that we'll get to later. Alright. Some reason I am actually liking this card in there. I am playing 2 Silent Angler, but I might bump this up to 3. What he does, if you control a water monster, which this whole deck is nothing but water, you special summon this monster from your hand, but for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters in your hand. So basically, the play is play Blue Tang, send Seahorse, link Blue Tang off to Blue Slug, have Slug Tang link 2 Tang 1 to chain block so they can't ash your Blue Tang. You add the Seahorse. Then you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you special summon the Seahorse. Then you special summon Sea Angler. Then you can link off and do other plays. But yeah. I kind of didn't know that this card had existed until I actually looked through my random bulk. So, and the turn that you use Blue Slug's effect locks you into only using water monsters. So I had the idea to play Nekroz in my variant. I'm playing 3 Shred. Basically, you use a Nekroz spell. Pitch him to cover the whole tribute of any of your Nekroz monsters in your hand. And if he's tributed by a card effect, you get to add a Nekroz Ritual Warrior. Yeah. Add 1 Warrior Nekroz Ritual monster from the deck to your hand. That's why I'm playing 3. I might bump this down to 2 and put Silent Angler to 3. Don't know yet. Or I might bump this card to 1, Trish, Nekroz of Trish. What he does is you can only special summon him by the effect of a Nekroz ritual spell. When a card is activated that targets a Nekroz monster you control, you can discard this, negate the activation. Or if you summon this, your opponent has to have 1 card in hand, 1 card on the field, and 1 card in the graveyard. Have to have those 3 cards for his effect to go off. They banish those 3 targets. And what's in the Nekroz build without Colossus? I might bump this up to 3 though, because this one searches for You basically just pitch him to search for any Nekroz spell. The other effect is actually kind of good when he's on the field. You target one of your opponent's monsters, negate its effects, and change its attack to 0. I might bump this up to 3. I might leave it at 2. I don't know yet. Again, this is a non-finished build. I'm still working the kinks out. I'm playing 2 Brio. Pitch him. Nekroz Bryonic, I'm sorry. You pitch him to add a Nekroz monster. And then, if he's on the field, you can target 2 monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck and shuffle them back. And then, I am playing 2 Nekroz Valkyries. Card's actually insane. When your opponent declares an attack, you can banish 1 Nekroz card from your graveyard and discard him, negate the attack. Woo. But the second effect I like. During your main phase, you tribute 2 monsters, up to 2 monsters from your hand, and then you draw those 2. I might play this in Dragon Maids. Probably not. So I'm playing Super Rejuvenation in my Dragon Maid deck, but oh well. I'm playing 1 Gungnir. You just use her to protect your Nekroz. She's a 2500 beater though. During either player's turn, you can discard this card and then target 1 Nekroz monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. During either player's turn, you can discard 1 Nekroz card, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Like I said, I'll probably just use. You're just going to use her to protect either Trish or Valkyries or Brio or Colossus. If I had it, I would play Decisive Armor, but the main target you want to protect with Gungnir is your Unicorn. What he basically does is say, haha, you have Thunder Dragon? That is awesome. Summon this, negates all your extra deck monsters effects. GG. This goes to 3. Oh my god. Alright. For Disruption, right now, because I don't have impermanences, I'm playing 3 Ash. It's Ash. Enough said. For another starter card, Cyanite Mining. Discard a card, you search for a Cyberse, which your Marincess monsters are Cyberse monsters, and you want to see get to that blue tang or seahorse or whatever you want. I might play Marincess Mandarin in this too, but I'm not sure if I have enough to play her. I don't want to play just 1. Call by the Grave. Play 3 of because you want your plays to go off. Ash hurts a lot in this deck. Call by the Grave will be your best friend. Alright. 2 Preprep. It's Preprep. You add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from the deck, and then if you have a ritual spell in your grave, you add it to your hand. Nekroz Mirror. Play 2 of. Which I did not know that one of the Nekroz cards you can actually use the banishment pile or this graveyard for material. But Nekroz Mirror, because it's a Nekroz variant. 2 Kaleidoscope, because I'll show you the extra deck later. You could use monsters from the extra deck to ritual summon your Nekroz monsters. And 1 Cycle, because it's Cycle. It's another Nekroz spell. And the last of the spells, Battleship. This card is actually ridiculous. If you have a Marincess in the extra monster zone, you add with this on the field, you take 3 different name Marincess from your graveyard, attach it. It gains 600 for each attached one. Then It also gains an additional 200 because it's being a Marincess monster. Then I'm playing 3 of the permanents for the Marincess wave. If you have a link 3, play this from your hand. Link 2, make sure monsters unaffected by card effects, and if you control if you control a link 1, you target one of your opponent's monsters and negate its effects. Alright, that's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. I am playing 2 Blue Slug because she is she's Recursion. You get to add back one of your Marincess that's in your graveyard. And 2, her effect makes it, if you use her effect, it locks you into nothing but water monsters. 1 Sea Angel. What she does, when she summons, you get to add your Battle Ocean. And then you link these 2 off into Coral Anemone. This one's actually really good. A bunch of players are playing it. A bunch of water decks are playing this because all it takes is 2 water monsters to link summoner. What she does is she target one water monster with 1500 attack or less in your graveyard and special summon it to a zone that this card points to. And when this card leaves the field, you get to add a Marincess card from your graveyard to your hand. Remember that. When she leaves the field. Play Crystal Heart. If you have Battle Ocean on the field and you use Crystal Heart as a material, makes it where that link monster is unaffected by card effects. I'm playing 2 Marble Rock. She's Recursion. If you have Battle Ocean on the field and her with 3 link monsters of 3 Marincess different names attached to her, she's a 4500 beat stick that cannot be destroyed by battle with her own effect, and she's protected because Crystal Heart. With Battle Ocean on the field again. And then I'm playing the one that mainly enables the LTKs for this deck, Wonderheart. Whenever she attacks, you can special summon one of the equipped Marincesses to her, to the field, and I take no battle damage, and she's safe. And for the Kaleidoscope, Starving Venom, because it's a level 8 for Valkyries. And then 2 Intis. This is more of a late game card. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to pop something. 2 Herald of Arclight. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to add either a ritual monster or a ritual spell. And then, if you want to, I'm playing it because I had the spot for it. I'm playing Brio to pitch it for the Nekroz Brio. But yeah, I mean, if I could go into Brionic, I would, but I don't know. I don't have any tuners. Alright. I got a little bit more time left. I'm going to show y'all my sideboard here. See, sideboard, 3 Twin Twisters because Mystic Mind's a pain in the neck. Super Poly, Nekroz, or not Nekroz, I'm sorry. What's that deck? Orcust, Thunders, maybe. Any dark decks, you still have your Starving Venom. I play I'm probably going to take this out and just play a 14 card sideboard, but Fet Veiler. 3DD Grow, because this hurts Orcust and almost every single deck that's graveyard oriented. 3 Lancia for Orcust plays. And the last card, again, for Orcust, because it's mainly the top tier deck right now. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. I need one more. That's what I'm going to take the Veiler out for. But yep, that's my deck profile. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I did record a video before, but it got corrupted. And it was for Pokemon, so if y'all want them, here's the codes. There's 1. Woof. 2. Yoosh. 3. Yoop. 4. And 5. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that little video and lovely little mat I have here. But y'all have a lovely day and a Merry Christmas. Take care now.